to know how I found the properties where I built my portfolio of 16 rental properties in 18 months when I started buying rental properties back in 91. And since this week we're talking about sellers leads, I just want to share with you as I'm driving here home this evening. So first of all, I set my goal and intention. I wanted to buy enough properties to have $5,000 a month in passive income within a year, because I had two small children and I didn't want to go find a job, and I knew real estate was the ticket. So I had been in real estate for a few years before, but as a real estate agent, now I wanted to switch to an investor, and I lived in a rural area. So I knew I had to go near a metropolitan area, and I didn't want to travel all the time. So rentals seemed a good way to go to build a passive income. So the first thing I did, I set my intention. I decided that's what I want to do. I'm going to build $5,000 in rental passive income within a year. Second of all, I expected it. I didn't doubt it. I didn't say, oh, maybe it's hard. No, I expected it. It can be done. I read about it. I knew about it from other people, and I knew it can be done, right? Then the third thing I said, I'm not going to stop until I reach it. So it's kind of a mindset / strategy, okay? So I said, I'm not going to stop until I reach it. So what I did is I said, I want to roughly buy property every month. I bought every property every, 4 to 6 weeks. And how did I get these properties? Was a combination of things. So first of all, I wanted to get rental properties, and I realized that the smaller multifamily 2 and 4 unit buildings were going to give me more cash flow per property, and they were not much more expensive than a single family. So fine, I decided I was going to focus on smaller multifamilies. Second thing, I said, where can I find these smaller multifamily? Where's the easiest way to find them? Well, people that already own them, right? Landlords, and people that want to sell this property, people that, that they're not good landlords or they're tired of being a landlord. There is a lot of people that go into this business, buy 1 or 2 buildings, and they can't handle it. And so I says, I need to find these people. So one of the things I did is first of all, this was in 91, so we didn't have internet. I started buying the Sunday paper, and I went through Sunday paper and looked for people that wanted to rent an apartment, or rent, if it's a multi-family building, usually they just rent 1 apartment, so the multi-family. So I started doing that. So I started looking for people that wanted to rent a place. I started looking for sale by owners. I went on the MLS and started looking for properties that were for sale, but they had been for sale for a while. And, they seem in the description, you had to read between the line. I realized that these people were tired of some of these properties, and that's how I started. And I can tell you what happened. I had more than enough leads coming in that I couldn't keep up with all of them. So I started buying for rentals, but then soon enough I started doing fix and flip, doing OPM with OPR. This is another week, using other people's money with other people's resources. I started wholesaling. I started flipping this property, flipping contracts. When I realized there was such a thing, I didn't know that in 91. I found out about that in 93. But that's what I did. But the main thing was expectation. Going out there, I'm going to make this work. I set an ambitious goal. I wanted to have a property every month or so. I wanted to have at least $5,000 by the end of the year in passive income. And I went for the low-hanging fruit. People already own properties. People that were not attached to them, because multi-family property, most likely they don't live in it, so it's not owner-occupied, it's an investment, and a lot of people are not, too happy with that investments. They don't know how to handle it. There's a lot of people that don't want to be landlords. They think it's a good idea, but then soon enough they don't know what to do. And that's what I went for, and that's how I built my portfolio. And to this day, that's how I teach how to do it. It's a great way to do it, and you don't have to work hard. Hopefully this helped you.